Cindy from DC, and this is my sister Tracy from Texas. And we're here at the Gerson Clinic on a beautiful sunny day, and we thought we'd just share a little bit of our story. So, about 3 years ago, I had a pancreatic attack, and I actually ended up having two. And at the time, they found cyst on my pancreas, and I didn't really get much information from the doctor. He just said, this is something you're going to have, and it's going to get worse, and you're not going to get rid of these cysts.
Can't operate on it, or your rectum would have to be disturbed. It was pretty grim.
Yeah, it was not a good prognosis. So I spoke to my doctor in Virginia, who is a functional medicine doctor, and he told me about Gerson and told me I needed to start eating that way and that I had a good chance of healing myself, which I found really empowering. So I, at the time, we went together to a 4-day in San Diego just to find out about it. And they had told us about the clinic at the time. And I did my work. I just did my work at home, and good news is I've healed my pancreas. I no longer have those cysts. And so Tracy recently had, I'll let you tell your story, a gallbladder issue. And
so I had a gallbladder attack, which I didn't know I had even a problem with my gallbladder because it didn't show up on any of my blood tests, but I ended up having a big 2.6 centimeter rock taken out and my whole gallbladder removed. So during that, they did the MRI with the contrast, and they said, oh, your liver, your liver's fibrotic, and which I didn't know what that meant, and nodular, and possibly cirrhotic. And so I was like, well, I thought the bad news was I had to lose a gallbladder, but really the bad news was, the liver. So my sister said, that's it, we're going to Tijuana. And I was like, Tijuana? I'm not going to Tijuana. Because you hear so many things. And so she said, we're going. And all my friends were like, do not do that. Do not do that. She was like, don't listen, let's go. And so,
well, I knew this had been a treatment around for a long time, and I know a lot of people have been really successful on it. And I know that the focus is healing the liver, and everything stems from having a compromised liver. So
disease, you mean?
Liver.
Disease stems from
every disease, yes, sorry, yeah.
So anyway, we got here, and it's been lovely. And the people here are so loving. I would have to say, if you have any apprehension like I did, that you will be so happy here. It's close to the beach, the weather's magnificent. I've had more time with a doctor than I've had in my entire life. Like today, he went through and went over all my blood tests and just totally educated me. And the food's fantastic. I mean, I feel like I'm doing a commercial, which I don't want to do, but it's just been much better than I expected. So all I can say is it's a really loving place, and you get so much direct medical access. And then they take, of course they took all my blood work when I came in, and then 7 days later, which is today, I went over it with him again, and he explained why there's, healing going on and how he can tell there's healing going on. And there's so many things like the mud packs. All of a sudden now I feel like I got bad arthritis, so all these things, are processes of healing, which he explained to me today. So, I'm not sure what I can add, but
I
it's
just
been a
say
great
you're closely
experience.
monitored here, so you're really closely monitored. I mean, you have access to a doctor 24 hours a day. You have access to a nurse 24 hours a day. So even if you're really, really sick, which, I mean, she's sick, now she understands that she's really got to change her life and change the way that she has been living. But it's very empowering. Like I said, you're not looking for someone to really give you a pill. You know that you can heal yourself, and you learn how. And it's a very caring environment, and everybody knows the program, and everybody supports you in the program here.
Even the kitchen staff. It's like, how can you be so loving and happy every day? It's really neat. And walking to the beach, that's lovely. So
Yeah.
I was afraid that, we'd be like, oh, we've walked every day, all
Everywhere,
over. Yeah,
everywhere,
and it's just
so.
been really nice.
Did you think that this was a place only for people with a chronic disease such as cancer? Did you think that, oh, I can only go there if I'm very sick? Instead of I can come here to do prevention and, well-being.
Yes, we thought you had to be really sick. Or I would have come earlier. Honestly, I would have come when I had my pancreatitis. I would have come here in a heartbeat. I thought you had to be sicker. I thought I was not sick enough to be here. And actually, it's just the opposite. I mean, because once you get here, you realize that, you want to be in a space where you can make the changes that are going to, the changes, if you come when you're still somewhat healthy, you can make those changes and really reverse it a lot easier, a lot quicker.
It definitely shouldn't be the last stop. It should be the first stop.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree with that. First
And you've
stop.
taken the treatment, even though you're my companion. You're
Yes,
doing all
well,
the
I'm,
treatments.
that's what I would say. The companions benefit greatly because, she said I said, we're going, and me too. And so, yeah, I would definitely say that, it's all about well-being. I want to bring my kids because I want them to hear all the information and to know about how you can take care of yourself. I would really, I think it's beneficial for everyone, really. So.
Yes, I have to say I was worried when I got accepted because I was like, oh, they looked at my test and I'm really ill. But now that I get here, I wish I would have been here 10 years ago.
And it's all, and the patients are from all over the world. So
That's been the fun part, I think.
yeah,
getting
you
to
meet so many people from so many places. So
seeing how their cultures, we were just talking about that, how their cultures are, so interesting. So it's been good.
yeah, it's been very good.
So when you go home and you start doing all of the juicing and the supplements, do you plan on maybe coming back, or do you think this is a one-stop shop and I'll continue
I
just
would
on
definitely come back because I'm definitely going to bring my husband because he needs the knowledge, he needs to participate, he needs to understand because we want to get old good together. So he needs to be on the same program because I think it is all about life extension and living the best you can. So I'm really about well-being and holistic anyway. So this really fits into my program, and just having so much access to the doctor, so knowledgeable and so willing to share. So
Yeah,
I'll
he's a
definitely,
teacher,
I
for
know I'll
sure.
be back.
Yeah. Well, I was planning to revisit in January because they said from the scans they could tell what healing's taken place in January. But now I'm actually thinking about extending a week and not, so we were originally going to stay 2 weeks. I think Cindy's going to leave. I wouldn't have been brave enough to come on my own, I don't think. But now that I know the program, I'm going to probably, I don't know, I need to talk to my husband, but I think I'm going to extend another week and still come in January. So, because I think it's something that you need to do regularly because you're not going to get it all at once. That's what I feel anyway. So, and they make it so easy because I'm already thinking about at home. Just like, how am I going to do my daily stuff? Because it's a lot, right? Where here you have some beautiful woman delivering juice to your room or wherever you're at. You're in the pool, you're at this, here's your juice. Yeah, so it's just really simple.
It's a well-being
Easy.
holiday.
Yes, that's what it is.
So you mentioned the doctors and the visits with the doctors, and that you haven't had as much exposure to a doctor as you have here when you're at home. What are the consults like? So when you meet with your doctor here on a daily basis, what do you go over, or do you have questions, or what do you do?
Well, you go over
start
your
with
blood,
your blood
work.
yeah.
And you go over in details. I mean, details, line by line by line. There's no guesswork. I mean, I know now how to read a blood report
We'll probably forget
Because-
quickly, but
because he's explained it to us in detail and told us what markers are for the liver and what markers are for the kidneys. And really, we got a strong foundation on that.
plus he gives us information like how we can, I mean, I know this is off topic, but like how we can help our mom, how we can help our kids, all about nutrition. So like he'll see something on your blood work and he'll say, well, you need to eat this, and he'll bring you out a list of foods high in magnesium, or
High
you know,
in
so it's
phosphorus,
all about food
potassium.
is thy medicine. Like whatever he sees on your blood work, he'll tell you how to correct that with your food. So
That's invaluable. It's really, you know,
but it
food.
gives you a lot of life. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
so,
food
so-
is your medicine here. Food is your
But
medicine.
don't you think it gives us a lot of life lessons? Like today
Yes.
we were talking about the placebo effect, and we went into that. And then he was talking about how humor and happiness can cure so many things, and all the studies that back that up. And just we just never know what we're going to talk about. But he's always enlightening about,
And always available.
like for me, he's totally explained like the blood sugar thing, and just
He stays very, very connected to you after you leave the clinic too, because
Well,
we
we
hear
understand,
the
yeah.
conversations he has and how intricately he follows what patients are doing when they leave. And you really,
Which that I didn't know until I got here.
Yeah, you really have that a doctor in your back pocket. So it's really
It feels like.
yeah.
Well, most definitely he'll be there for you. So when you go back, you just need to make sure you do the follow-up consult, and then we look forward to seeing you again in a few months or however next week. But thank you so much for your time, and I'll let you go. But
Okay.
you.
Thank
thank you.